tall and comfortable seated posture, you're welcome to sit up onto a folded blanket or towel or pillow if you need to. Just make sure that your legs and your lower back are comfortable. And from here, let's go ahead and take a nice deep inhale. We'll bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and as we exhale, sigh everything out through the mouth and let the shoulders rest, the heart open. Inhaling, exhale, let the chest and shoulders broaden and widen. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Go ahead and close down the eyes for a few moments. And just allow ourselves some time to drop in and settle in, connect. Observing our natural breath rise and fall. And gradually moving towards longer, smoother exhales. And with each exhale, see if we can also let go a little bit, soften, release any tension or holding, letting down our guard. Maybe even slightly lean back so you feel the shoulders stacked directly above the hips. You feel a natural opening. And perhaps taking a moment to maybe revisit any intention that you may have, or affirmation, or mantra, or creating a new one for yourself. Observing what it is that is truly important to you, what is truly needed. And resting your right hand on top of your heart and the left hand on top of the right. Just take a few moments again, breathing, feeling the breath, the heart rise and fall, perhaps feeling the heartbeat. And settling back into that heartfelt intention or mantra. With each breath becoming a little bit more receptive to the teachings of your practice in your body. And perhaps coming back also to our mantra, I am a student of the body. I am a student of the breath or spirit. I am a student of life. And I myself am a child of the universe. And breathing deeply. Into that space. From there, gently opening the eyes. When you're ready, take your next deep inhale, reach up overhead. And as we exhale, let's bring that energy back to the heart center. Again, deep, slow inhale, root down to reach up. This time as we exhale, we'll go ahead and lower the right hand down towards the earth and lengthen long through the left side of the body. Go ahead and bend into the elbows, hug the belly in. Rolling the heart toward the sky as we inhale. Exhale, maybe soften the elbows, bending into them a little bit more. And let's go ahead and inhale, come back up through that side. As we exhale, come all the way up and over to your left side. Rooting down through those hips and knees. Inhale, lengthen through both sides. Lift the heart and gaze. Exhale again, maybe soften your elbows a little bit more. Take one more breath here. And next deep inhale, reach up. And exhale, back down. We'll take our next inhale, reach back up. Exhale, gently twist to your right arm behind. Rooting down through the seat, inhale, lengthening. Exhale, gentle twist from your core. Being over the shoulder and beyond if it feels comfortable for you. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, gentle twist. And then we'll bring that back arm up, inhale. Right arm all the way up and exhale, up and over. So holding onto the thigh and pressing the knees and the hips down as you reach to the opposite side. Another breath here. You can come up, and as we exhale, bring that arm all the way around. And stretch the upper back between the shoulder blades, tucking the chin. Deep breath, press those legs down. Exhale here. Inhale, look up between the brows and open the throat. Exhale, release, chin in. And then we can release the hands behind us, come onto fingertips, roll the shoulders back as we inhale, arch and up or back towards the sky. Lift through the heart center. Exhale. Putting back in. Root down through. Actually, we're going to stretch the legs out. Shake it out first. Wiggle the knees and the feet. We'll bring the opposite leg in front. Again, reposition, pulling the flesh out from underneath or settling that blanket back underneath you. Pressing down through the seat. Inhale, back up. You exhale, gently twist over to your left side, left arm behind. Root down through seat. Inhale, lengthen. Feel the pelvic floor lift as you press down. Exhale, gentle twist from your core. Those pelvic muscles lifting in and up. Inhale as you press down through the hips. Exhale, twist. And from here, holding onto the thigh. Inhale, reach up. That back arm, that left arm. Exhale, press the knees and the hips down even more as you reach over the opposite side. On diagonal. One more breath here. We inhale, lengthen and come up. And exhale, wrap that arm around. Pressing those hips and knees down again. Round through upper back. Tuck the chin. Deep breath. Empty out. Inhaling, we can look up between the brows again. Audible breaths. Exhale. Round upper back. Release the hands behind us. Roll the shoulders back. Lift up through heart center. Up on the fingertips. Take a deep breath in again. Open the throat. Looking up. And exhale. Release. Take a moment here as we sit back. Stacking the shoulders, closing the eyes. Deep breaths. Just notice. We'll stretch the legs out in front of us and shake it out one more time. Maybe give ourselves a nice little massage here with this. All over the legs. Up and down. Shaking things up. Waking up those energy channels in the lower body. Again, with the hands to the tops of the feet, we'll drag that energy all the way up to the center of the body. Kind of on all sides here. It's a soothing encouragement to flow upward. And then go ahead and sit back onto your hands a moment, closing the eyes. And just notice what you notice. Tuning into subtlety, sensation, observing any shifts in your energy or your nervous system as you breathe. And then from there, we'll go ahead and swing the legs around. Let's go ahead and come up onto the toes. We haven't done these stretches for a while. I know these are like my classic favorites, but let's go ahead and come back to them now. So we're going to sit back on the toes, stretching those feet, and make sure again that your lower back there's a natural curve and there's a natural lift in the low belly here. We'll interlace the fingers, root down through seat, deep inhale, press down to reach up, look up, palms pressing to the sky. We exhale, go to round through that upper back, tuck the chin. And then again, inhale, root down, look up. As you exhale, maybe tuck the chin here and then bend your elbows over to one side, keeping the fingers hooked. Bring the belly in. And just stretch through the outer shoulders, but keep the ribs in so we're not arching the back. Inhale. Let's press the palms back up toward the sky. Exhale, bend the elbows over to the other side. We're going to bring the chin slightly in again and press the head back slightly. Next deep breath, we're going to reach up, palms facing you. Stretch those wrists. Exhale forward. So again, palms are facing you, and maybe pull the shoulders back a little bit, alternating, kind of stretching out through the outer arm. Okay, release the hands behind when you're ready. Interlace the fingers in Yoga Mudra, pressing the knuckles against the sacrum, and then roll those elbows and shoulders all the way back. Inhale. So even though here we're lifting the heart, there's still a little corset around your torso and your ribs, so we're not poking those out. Exhale, tuck the chin in, belly in. Stretch the knuckles away. I know the toes are burning. Try to stay with it. Inhale. And exhale, release the arms. Come onto your fists, separate the knees, circle the toes and the ankles around a few times. And let's circle the other way. And then relax your feet here. Give them a nice little thump. Massaging. And then we'll bring the knees and feet together, sitting back into the feet as we slowly stretch the knees up a little bit. Maybe off the mat if possible. Stretching through the ankles, the tops of the feet, and those toes the other way. And slowly come back to center. Again, let the bottom be behind you. Scoop in the belly as we press down through the palms. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, press forward one more time here. I'm craving these upper back stretches. Inhale, reach back up. Shoulders down. Exhale, release the opposite forefinger and thumb on top this time. Knuckles against the sacrum, bend elbows back. Deep breath in, lift through the heart center. Exhale, tuck the chin, belly in. We can stretch the knuckles away here too. Inhaling here. As we exhale, we're going to gently twist to one side, drawing that shoulder down and back a little bit. Inhale, center. Exhale, gently twist to the other side, drawing the shoulder down and back. Inhale, center. And exhale, and then release. So come onto your hands and knees. Again, as we separate the knees, hip distance apart, spread through the fingers nice and wide. From here, let's send your inner thighs, lift them up and back a little bit as we look up between the brows. Inhale. Feel the lift again in that pelvic floor. As we exhale, we're going to curl, draw navel towards spine, leading from your pelvis, rounding through your back. Take a deep, slow breath in here. Exhale, come to neutral spine, and then we'll bring, so there's still a little lift in the inner thighs, and we'll bring the wrists forward, fingertips pointing back, only as far as feels good. Now here, really gently, send the inner thighs back, lift the heart center, look up. And exhale, very gently, rounding through spine, stretching. Rolling. One more time, inner thighs lift up and back as we inhale. And exhale, this time we'll go ahead and bring the fingers forward and come down onto your forearms. We can kind of open and close the hands a little bit. Stretch or circle the wrists. Scoop belly in. And let's go ahead from here. Actually, we're going to bring your right foot out to the side, so I'll mirror you. This might be a mistake, but I'll try to mirror you. So your right foot out to this side, and then we'll bring your your right hand underneath you, left arm up. Take a nice deep inhale here, stretch. An open twist there. And as we exhale, see if we can come underneath, bringing your left shoulder, left ear down. And then maybe you just bringing your right hand to your sacrum. And notice if your sacrum is sort of like on a slant or a tilt. See if we can lift the belly up and kind of sit back into that left hip so that your sacrum becomes more flat, like you could put a wine glass on there and balance it. And then you'll feel this stretch go down the hamstrings and the inner thigh here as you do that. So again, it's like you're trying to lift up through your left hip and push your right hip back a little bit. And then from there, you could wrap your hand behind you and then draw the shoulder towards the ground and stretch that shoulder in an internal rotation here, if that feels good. And then release that hand down, that right hand. Let's go ahead and come back up onto your hands and knees here. Your hands and your one knee. And then we're gonna root down through that, your standing leg so that you're all the way on it. Your weight's not over here. You're pretty light on that foot. Inhale, root down, reach up. As we exhale, let's pull up to your left wrist, come up and over towards your right. And then see if you can let go here and find some strength. So sucking the belly in and feel the strength through the side body here. A little bit of weight so you can roll the heart towards the sky. And then on your next breath, inhale, come back through center. Exhale, let's pull up through your right wrist, pull up and over to the other side. And then same thing here, see if you can let go and find the core strength through your side obliques. If this is bothering your lower back in any way or your knee, go ahead and take a break however you need to. And then if and when you feel ready, come up and over into your Ardha Chandrasana half moon modification here on the knee. So we're going to lift those hips up, and you can actually take pressure up off of your knee, right, by pressing into the hand and the foot more and lifting up through those hips. It's almost like you're not even on that knee. Stretch it up, or we can sweep it down and over. Take a nice deep inhale here, lift the heart center. And as we exhale, we're going to sweep. Bring the knees in, and then bring the left foot out. Sweep it over to the other side. Take a nice deep breath here as you stretch over. Exhale, sweep. We're going to kind of dance through this a little bit, flow through this. Inhale, the other side. Exhale to the side we started, and now back to your right with your left foot out. From here, we'll come back onto your hands here, back to the front. Pressing into the outer edge of that foot, and toes are pointing forward. We'll bring your your left hand underneath you, and inhale, lift up, scoop the belly. Exhale, come underneath, bring that right shoulder down. You can come onto your fingertips here, right ear down, scoop the belly in. So here again, see if we can actually lean slightly forward so you feel that your hip is right above your knee. And bring your left hand to your sacrum. Notice it's kind of on a slant maybe at first, and see if we can press that left hip downward and lift the right hip upward. So now that sacrum is flat, and you feel there's a suction in your belly, and you feel a really nice stretch through your hamstrings and inner thigh here. And maybe also the shoulder as well. You can wrap that left hand behind you now in a half bind or towards the half bind, and then pull the shoulder down towards the ground at the same time, stretching in that internal rotation of the shoulder. Deep breaths here. And then slowly coming Releasing that hand, coming down back onto both hands here. And then root down through your core to come all the way up. Again, we want to make sure our weight is over that right leg. And as we exhale, let's go and pull up through your right wrist, up and over. Inhale, lengthen and see if we can let go. You can still hold if you need. Exhale, using your core here. So shoulders and heart turn toward the sky. And we feel this like crunch on this side, stretch on the other side. Really using our core strength to sustain this. Inhale, coming back to the center. Exhale, we'll pull up through the left wrist to come up and over. Again, we could let go here if you want. Feel both sides, side obliques waking up. Navel to spine, supporting the back. Exhale. And from here, we're going to shift our weight. Press into, spread through the fingers and press into all parts of your palm and your foot. And so you can sort of lift weight out of the knee, lifting those hips up. We can sweep that left arm all the way over. Take a nice deep, slow breath here. Stretch. As we exhale, we're going to sweep it back in, knees in together or close towards each other. Sweep it over to the other side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. And a transition, maybe even through a child's pose if you need it. Inhale. Exhale. Last time we sweep to the left. Inhale. And exhale. All right, let's come back to your hands and knees. Big toes touching, sit all the way back into your heels here. And stretch it out, however feels good for your shoulders. You can come up onto fingertips. You can bring the arms behind. Let your shoulders and elbows relax onto the ground. And breathe deeply into your low back, that back body, so you feel with every full breath, you can feel your belly balloon out into the thighs, and you can feel it go back into the lower back and the back body here. Let the weight of your head be real heavy, sinking into the earth. One more breath. From here, we'll slowly come back up onto your hands and knees. Take a nice inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to go back to downward facing dog, curling the toes under. And maybe separate the hands and feet wide apart. And just kind of walking your dog here if it feels good, or just stretching the hips side to side, or your shoulders, whatever is needed here. Really important that we remember that external rotation of the shoulders, so keeping them turned out and also protracted. So that protraction is where we're pressing into the hands, lifting the shoulders up towards the ears and lifting those hips high away from the shoulders. So it feels like you're almost rounding your upper back. Pulling the shoulder blades away from each other. All right, from here, let's walk it forward to the top of your mat. Gaze forward or look forward, see where you're going. And then from here, we'll go ahead and just fold. Uttanasana, forward fold, bending those knees as much as you need to, especially if you feel any pulling or tension on the lower back or too much tension on the hamstrings. I want to feel that stretch that feels just right. Then pressing down through both feet, let's slowly roll up through your spine as we inhale. And exhale, we can shoulders up, back and down if you like. From there, root down through both feet. Inhale, reach up, palms to prayer. Exhale, let's bring the hands back to the heart center, Samasthiti or Namaste. Again, deep, slow inhale, reach palms to prayer. Hook the right thumb over top of the left. As we exhale, keep the legs strong and rooting down, hips strong here too as we lift up and back the upper back bend. Exhaling. Let's come down the center, hands to the heart, bow forward, fold. Couple deep breaths here. Our Uttanasana, and bending those knees as much as is needed. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. So we exhale, go and step your left leg back, big step back into a deep lunge. And lower that left knee down. Uncurl the toes, stay on the fingertips here. So just allow the hips to sink towards the earth. And now hug the thighs towards each other just a little bit. So you can feel there's stability in the hips and that they're square, facing straight forward. And there's a sort of a strengthening going on here in your stretch. But it's not just completely letting go, mobilizing hips. Another breath. Lengthen. We can look up between the brows here too. So we exhale, spread the fingers wide, lift the back knee, step back to downward facing dog. Out of the Svanasana, spread those fingers wide. Deep breaths. Inhaling, lengthening again. Lift the shoulders up towards the ears, externally rotating them. Exhaling, we can bend those knees as much as you need to here as well. So you can focus on just lifting the hips away from the shoulders. Inhaling, exhaling when you're ready, back onto the hands and knees. So we're going to send the inner thighs up and back as we inhale, look up between brows. As we exhale, you're welcome to go to child's pose or squeeze the triceps into the ribs, coming into Ashtanga Asana. So knees, chin, chest to the ground, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those triceps. Lifting as if they're holding your body up here and sucking the belly in, hips are high. Another breath. As we exhale, we can lift the knees and then bring the hips down. Roll the shoulders back. And let's actually come onto your forearms here into a Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Point the toes, legs are long and strong as we inhale. Lift up through heart center. As we exhale, let's pull the belly in, tailbone down towards the earth as we curl the upper spine, tucking the chin. Inhale, lengthening. Again, keeping the legs really long and strong. As we exhale, looking over the shoulder. Still belly lifts, tailbone down. Inhale, lengthen. Legs are strong. Exhale over the other side. Inhale, lengthening, shoulders down. And exhale from here. Let's see if we can curl the toes under and press up, lift your core. Press up into your forearm plank. Tail down. Couple deep breaths here. You can bring your left fingertips to your right wrist. Spin your heels to the left, toes pointing up towards your head. So we're in your side plank here, or Vashisthasana. Right hand to your hip. Lift that left hip higher, that bottom hip. Exhale here. Come back to center onto your forearms. Inhale, pressing down, tailbone down. Exhale, now protracting the shoulder blades. So again, we're pushing your upper back towards the ceiling. Keep your neck neutral and relaxed. Right fingertips to your left wrist. We're going to spin your heels over to the right. Lift your toes up so you're on the edges of your feet. Left hand to your hip. See if you can lift that right hip higher, that bottom hip. Feel the side obliques there on the outside. Another deep breath here. Exhale, sweep it back into center. Forearm plank. Inhaling here. Exhale, let's lower the knees. Hips are high. Stretch out the arms and stretch your chest in your Anahata Asana or heart pose. Puppy pose, also known as. Breathe deeply here, either chin or forehead. Relax those shoulders. Longer, smoother breaths. Deep, cleansing, smooth exhales, emptying completely out. As you're ready, slowly dragging the hands underneath you. Deep breath in. Exhaling around your spine. Send the inner thighs up and back again. Belly lifts as we inhale, look up between the brows. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhaling, press into the palms. Lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Externally rotate, turn those shoulders out. Hips are high away from the shoulders. Again, bending those knees if you need to. Take the left leg slowly, gently up towards the sky, up on your tippy toes. Inhale. Exhaling here, outer thigh rolling down, pinky toe pointing down. Pressing into both hands equally, strong standing leg. One more breath. As we exhale, thigh to your chest, lift that heel nice and high. Step forward between the hands. Lower the right knee down. And then we'll go ahead and come onto the fingertips here again. Let the hips sink forward and down together. And to make sure that they're even, we squeeze and hug the hips towards each other, or hug the thigh bones towards each other a little bit. So we find the center. We find where our hips are square, where we can safely stretch and strengthen, mobilize. Perhaps looking up between brows. Another deep breath. Exhaling everything out. Curl the toes under. We can lift that back knee, step forward between the hands. And let's interlace the fingers behind you. We're bending the knees like we're in a chair pose. Stretch those shoulders up and back. Another deep breath here. Exhale, release the hands. Stretch the legs, stretch the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Low back stays flat. Exhale and deepen our fold. Stay here, another breath. Long and smooth. And rooting down through both feet as we root to rise up. Inhale, palms to prayer. And exhale. Back to the heart center. Root through the feet, strong legs. Inhale, reach up. Let's hook the left thumb on top in prayer. Exhale again, we're gazing up. Legs are strong, glutes are strong, core is strong. Another deep breath in our upper back bend. Exhale, bring the hands back towards heart center, bow, forward fold. Uttanasana. Deep breaths here. We can lengthen the spine again as we inhale. Exhale, soften or deepen our fold. Staying here, another breath. When you're ready, right leg's gonna come up and back, inhale. Exhale, step it back, deep lunge. And then from here, let's go and lower that right knee down again. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, root down through both feet, reach up towards the sky. And actually, let's hook your right thumb in front of the left here. So we're gonna spread the fingers really wide like a bird, and we're gonna be pulling the thumbs away from each other like we're trying to rip them apart. That's gonna help to stretch the outer shoulder. Inhale, lift up, lift the heart. See if we can wiggle those hands, those arms, behind the ears. And as we exhale, stay planted through that front foot to come up and over to the side. And again, use your core. Inhale, legs and core strong. Lift up, exhale, up and over to the other side. Strong legs, happy hips. Inhale, back through center, lift up through heart center. And exhale, release the arms down. Lift the back knee. From here, let's go and spread the fingers wide again. Step it back to downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Press into those hands, lift the shoulders, lift the hips away from the shoulders. Shoulders up towards the earth as you press. Another breath here, lengthening. Exhale, let's lower the knees. Inhale to cow, looking up between brows, feel the lift in the pelvic floor. Exhale, squeezing triceps in, knees, chin, chest, hold it here, squeeze like you're lifting your body up just on these triceps. Suck the belly in. Another breath. We can again lift the knees and bring the hips down when you're ready. Roll the shoulders back, inhale to cobra. And exhale, lower the heart, then the head. Let's keep the legs strong, tuck the chin, cobra, curling up. Exhale, lower the heart, then the head. Inhale, tuck the chin, cobra. And exhale. All right, just kind of building on this one. Let's also come up onto your fingertips. So spread the fingers wide and elbows up directly above the wrist. Now, depending on how high you want to, how much of a stretch you like here, that feels good for you. You can always move your hands forward or further out to the sides, whatever you need. Just try once here, taking the legs long and strong again as we inhale, tailbone down, pressing into those fingertips, lift up through heart. Exhale, bend into the elbows, lower the heart, then the head. So we're taking our sort of a undulating cobra. Inhale, slowly up. Exhale. This time, inhale, cobra, or slowly curling up. As we exhale here, we're going to bring one shoulder forward, the other one back. You might need to widen your hands a little bit here. So we want to try to get that nice stretch through the front of the shoulder. So we look back. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, again, you might need to adjust your hands before you come down. Other shoulder forward. Inhale, legs are strong again as we come up. Exhale. From here, squeeze it in, arms in, press it up. Inhale to plank. This time up onto your knees or in a full plank. And then we exhale, downward facing dog. Bend into the knees here if you want to come into bear first. This is a nice way to neutralize the spine before going to down dog. If you like, stay here or stretch the legs when you're ready. Deep cleansing breath. Long and smooth. Slowly up onto your tippy toes, right leg up to the sky. Outer thigh, pinky toe rolling down on the exhale. Press into both hands equally on the inhale. Both shoulders equal. Standing legs strong. Exhale, thigh to chest, lift that heel high. Step forward again between the hands. Lower that left knee down, uncurl the back toes. Hook the left thumb in front, spread the fingers wide as we inhale. Root down to lift. Now, we want to press into that front big toe mound and lift up away from your belly, away from your thigh a little bit. So we're not sinking all the way down into it. Pulling up, hugging the legs together, arms behind the ears. Take your next breath here, spread those fingers, open the chest, look up. As we exhale, come up and over to your right, to whichever side first. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, we go over to the other side. Keep your core strong. And again, inhale, come back through center, lift up. Keep pulling those thumbs. As we exhale, we'll release those thumbs. And then come down, lift the back knee. Push off the back foot. Come forward. Interlace the opposite fingers, forefinger and thumb over top as we bend into the knees, stretch the shoulders. Deep cleansing breaths. Another breath here. And stretch the legs if you like. Exhale, release the hands down. Uttanasana. Fold. Melt into this. Couple more breaths. Last one. Exhaling. Root down to rise here again as we inhale all the way up overhead to prayer. Exhale, Samasthiti back to the heart center. Close your eyes, just stay here for another breath. Notice what you notice. All right, so really grounding through both feet. Let's take your next inhale, reach back up, palms to prayer. Hook the right thumb on top of the left. As we exhale, press down through the feet to pull up and over directly side. Just gonna stay here. Make sure you're not pushing the hips out. We're standing strong on both legs, pressing into both feet equally. Another deep breath here, rolling the heart up. Exhale. Inhale, come back through center. Look up between the brows. Hook the left thumb on top. As we exhale, come up and over to the other side. So as we press down through the feet, we stretch through the side waist even more to come up and over. Root down to grow taller. Another deep breath here. Again, we're rooting down, lengthening through our sides, core strong, supporting back. Inhale, legs are strong as well. Look up between brows. Exhale, you can float the arms open. Bow, forward fold. Deepen our fold. Couple breaths here. On your next inhale, lengthening the spine. So we exhale, we're going to step back into a plank pose. Spread the fingers wide. Inhaling and plank up onto your tippy toes. Tailbone down, exhale. Left hand to center, spin your heels to the left, toes up. In your side, Dashisthasana again, lifting through the hips. We can stack the shoulders here, reach the arm up, or slowly sweep that your right arm all the way down. Lift that left hip higher. So inhale, rolling the heart to the sky, stretch through the right side of your body. Lift through the left side of your body. Exhale, come back through center. Tailbone towards the heels, protract the shoulder blades, push your upper back towards the sky. Turn those shoulders out. Right hand to the center, spin the heels to the right. Toes up towards your head. So again, you're on the edges of your feet, lift the hips. We don't have to worry about stacking the feet today. We're just gonna be right on the edges. And from there, we can stack your shoulders if you like to reach your left arm up, or sweep that left arm all the way down and overhead, stretching from pinky finger to pinky toe, and lift that right hip higher. Take one more breath here, stretch. Exhale, back to plank. Inhaling in plank, tail down. Exhale, we can lower the knees, chin, chest, or slowly lower, go forward onto your tippy toes, elbows stay above wrist, and come all the way down. Shoulders back, inhale, cold breath. Tail down, exhale. Reverse the push-up, inhale, press it up. Exhale, again, we can go to bear pose to neutralize the spine. And downward facing dog. Hug, suck the belly in and up. Shoulders up towards the ears, hips high away from shoulders. Feel the sides of your body lengthen. Feel as though you're stretching and lengthening your armpits here. The outer arm and shoulder. Breathe deep. From here, we'll bring your left leg towards the sky. Open the hip. As we exhale, bend that left knee, stacking the left knee above the right hip. Pressing firmly into both hands, equally and firmly. Left knee is going to come towards your left shoulder, back towards your chest, and then back up. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee towards your left shoulder, in towards the chest, back up. Inhale, three-leg dog here. Stretch it out. Exhale, step it forward between the hands when you're ready. Onto your fingertips. From here, bend into that back knee, root down to slowly rise up. Usually you can come onto your thigh here first. So keeping your belly lifted here, you may stretch that back knee if you like, as long as there's no pinching or tension in your lower back. So keeping the front really strong and lifted. If there is any sort of structural issues there that pinches your back, make sure to bend that knee. Take your next inhale, stretch. So we exhale, we're going to open twist to your left, root down through both feet. Left arm down, inhale, come back through center. We're going to exhale, open twist to the right, but keep your hips to the front. Belly lifts, right arm down, inhale, back up. Exhale, open twist to your left. Breathe. From here, we're going to lower your right hand down to the floor. Left arm stacks above the right. So we're going to turn our heart to the sky. Left hip in and back. So lift that back thigh bone now here. To lift your core. Deep breaths. Your open twist. One more deep breath here. As we exhale, we're going to go ahead and shift the weight forward. Bring your right knee to meet the left knee. So side by side. Your knees are side by side. Squeeze the knees together, bending both knees and flexing your right ankle. Push down through your left foot. Hands to the heart to slowly rise. Bring your right knee in line with the hip. Left hand to the knee, right hand to your sacrum. Now notice you might feel that there's like a tuck in here. We don't want that. We want to lift the belly and push the hip, push the sacrum back. So we've got a neutral spine here. Belly sucking in and up, push the sacrum back. Maybe from there we can reach back and find an open twist. Keep your right ankle flexed, belly lifted. Deep breaths. Another breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly bring the hands to the heart. Push through your heel. Push the heel away from the head. Come into warrior three. Push the crown of the head away from the heel. Breathe. Now stay here. Bend your bottom knee and come onto your fingertips. Keep your left knee bent or straighten it if you can reach the floor. From here, we're going to externally rotate your right hip open. And it's coming from your standing leg, actually. Exhale and turn that right hip in from your standing leg. So feel your standing leg strength here. Inhale, open. Even if you have to bend your standing knee, exhale, internal rotation. Pinky toe down. Let's try that one more time. Your left leg does the external rotation as well. Open. Exhale, pinky toe down. Bend that knee. Step it back. Deep lunge. Onto the fingertips. We're going to turn your right heel down. Toes pointed out. Inhale up to warrior two. Virabhadrasana two. So we're going to wiggle that foot forward. Open through both hips. Here. So settling in. Relax the shoulders. If you need to do a little shoulder release there, you can. Feel the inner thighs stretch long away from each other as the outer thighs plug back into the hip sockets. Pressing into the outer edge of that back foot. As well, left arm towards the sky as we inhale, stretch through the left side of the body. Reach up into your peaceful warrior. And as we exhale, forearm to thigh, sweep your right arm over. Inhale, sink into your hips. Exhale, press down, lift up. Inhale, we're still sinking into the hips as we stretch the left side of the body. Exhale, sweep it through. Take another breath here. Inhale, open. And as we exhale, we're going to sweep toes in, heels out. Sweep to the side of your mat or the long edge of your mat. And we can turn your right toes out, lunging halfway. So again, staying here as long as you need to, or if your knees allow, and you can come down, bring the hips down, lift the toes up. So externally rotating through both hips here. Right arm can press that right thigh back. Left arm can open if it feels good. Another deep breath. And exhale. Slowly from here. Root down. We're going to walk it back to center, toes in, heels out. Feet are right across from each other. Press into both feet. Again, you can bend into the knees here to slowly rise up. And let's bring your heels towards each other, toes out. Sliding the hands down the thighs here. And let's bring the thumbs forward, fingers back, or whatever way your hands are comfortable, your wrists are comfortable here. We want to put the weight actually down into the arms and the hands and shoulders a little bit, and let your hips sink. We can twist, bringing one shoulder forward if that feels good. Keep the elbows bent. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Bring that other shoulder forward. And center. Hands to the heart. So again, here we're really finding the opening, the stretching through inner thighs. External rotation, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the hips towards each other. Breathe. Forefinger and thumb together in goddess. Open through heart space and chest. Hug belly in. From here, we can bring your forearm to thigh. Stretch it over. Stretch the side of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Again, we're going to maintain this external rotation of the hips as we go to the other side. Both sides turning out fiercely and back through center. One more time to the first side. Inhale. Exhale, use your core to come back up. Goddess. Sway side to side. Get a little lower and feel that smile in your belly. Imagine a big grin here, lifting upward, and press down through feet as we inhale, stretch. Exhale, turn your toes back over to your left side where we came from, squeezing the hip in and pulling them straight back behind us. So we're right in line, leaning back. No weight on that left hand. So pulling up through the kneecaps here, not locking the knees, letting that energy flow. With each inhale, again, imagine that we're drawing prana, life force energy up from the core of the earth, through the feet, all the way up to our heart, to the crown of the head, through the fingertips. And then we send that energy back down with each exhale. If you want to work those side obliques a little bit more, we can pull up and lengthen. So find some movement through the torso, the side body, while keeping your core strong. Belly lifted. If there's any tension in your back, don't do it. And then from here, bend that front knee. Stay here, or walk or float it forward to your half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, root down. Remember, you can bend either knee as much as you need to. Root down into the earth. And it's okay if we fall out of it. Just kind of feeling through. It's actually nice when we fall out of it, because we kind of go, okay, I can be a little bit more aware there. I can root down a little bit more. Spread through fingers. Always learning. Breathe. Press down a little bit more, and remembering that every day is different. So we never own our balance or our bodies, our flexibility. We constantly learning from them. Bend into that right knee. Find the foot. From here, maybe tailbone down. Remember, if your left hamstrings are singing to you, you can always bend that left knee. And then if and when you feel ready, you can kick that foot into the palm really strongly. Strong through your legs and your glutes here for your back bend. Your Dhanurasana variation here. One more breath. Exhale, we can step that right leg back into your nice deep lunge. Now from here, your right hand's going to come to center. Now if you like to, we're going to sweep that left foot back into your side plank Vashisthasana, or take your first 3 fingers around, wrap it around your left big toe. Now from here, press into your fingertips in your right palm, turn your heel to the right, get right on the edge of that foot, and then slowly, see if we can lift that left leg. Slowly, slowly, we can stretch it or not. Let's see if we can just lift off that left foot. Like lift it up, even if you're not going to straighten the leg. And then get on the side of your foot. From there, go to plank. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, rest in child's pose or lower chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, nice and strong. Shoulders down. Exhale, reverse the push-up. We'll all meet back in downward dog or bear pose here. Slow, deep breaths. Keep breathing. I'm going to just take off this holy hot sweatshirt. Been meaning to do that for a while now. Deep breaths. Lengthen through the sides of your body, externally rotate. Hips high away from the shoulders. Lift them up and feel that suction in the belly. At the same time, at the very last thing, we're going to gently let the heels get heavier away from the hips. Still pulling up through those knees, not locking back. When you're ready, inhale, right leg up towards the sky. We're going to open that hip. Exhale, bend that right knee, stacking above the left hip here. Press into both hands equally, both shoulders are square. Inhale, let's bring that right knee towards your right shoulder. As we exhale, thigh to chest. Inhale, we're going to open it back out. So like a reverse circle with that knee. Exhale, knee to shoulder, thigh to chest. One more time. Inhale, the whole time, try to keep equal on both hands. Exhale, equal weight, equal strength on both shoulders. Good. Inhale, let's go and open back out. One last time, stretch it up. Exhale, thigh to chest, step it forward. Between the hands, bend that back knee. Strong root down through the feet. Again, we can come up onto your thigh first if you need. Keep that back knee bent as long as you need to. Lift the core. Inhale, stretch it up. And lift the back knee if it feels okay. Exhale, gentle twist to your right. Now you might find that as you twist, doesn't feel good on the back, then you bend that knee. Use your core. Inhale, back up. Exhale, open twist to the left. Keep the hips facing forward though. Good. Left arm down. Inhale up. Exhale, twist back over to your right. Hug the belly. It's all from your core. It's all about breath. Keep it flowing. Keep it long and smooth. As we exhale, lower that left hand down. Right arm stacked, and we pull that right butt cheek. It tends to poke out. We're going to pull that right butt cheek in and back. Lift the back thigh bone up towards the sky. Feel the core. Open your heart towards the sky here again. Another deep breath. And as we exhale, we're going to bring that right hand down. Push off the back foot. Bring your left knee in line with your right knee. So side by side, flex the left foot and ankle. Squeeze your knees together. Bend both knees. Root down, hands to the heart. Press down to slowly rise. Core strong, legs strong. Left knee in line with your hip here, no higher than the hip. Right hand to the left knee. Keep that foot and ankle flexed. Press your left hand to sacrum, push it back, and feel the lift in your hips and your core. So you feel that pelvic floor lift up, supporting. Neutral spine, find your twist. Maybe we can reach that left arm back and gaze back. Deep breaths here. So this, you want to feel the action strongest here in your pelvis, in the front of your pelvis. All of those muscles are lifting upward, almost like a hammock or like a parachute. Lift up. Root strong through standing leg. Now from here, we're going to test that balance. One more time, bring the hands to heart, flex that ankle. Push back through the heel away from the crown. Through the heel away from the crown, pinky toes pointing down. Breathe. Now from here, hands to the ground. You can bend that right knee as much as you need to. If you can keep it straight and keep the hips square, you're welcome to. We're going to inhale from your standing strength. We're going to open that left hip from your right thigh and right hip. We feel the left hip open. Exhale, internally rotate, pinky toe back down towards the floor. And again, you're going to feel this in your standing hip. Inhale, open through the hips. Stack your left hip on top of the right. Exhale, pinky toe down. We're going to do that one last time. Inhale, open. So feel your right thigh do the lifting and the external rotation the most. Exhale, turn it in from your standing leg. Breathe, step it back, deep lunge. Now turn the toes to the side, heel down, inhale to warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. You're going to stay here with the right leg front. I'm going to just flip around for your viewpoint. Wiggle the toes forward if you need to, get nice and low. Inner thighs stretching long, outer thighs plugging in. Glutes also are strong. Press into the outer edge of that back foot here as well. And if you need to do anything here with the shoulders, and then settle in. Right arm towards the sky as you inhale. Reverse your warrior. Peaceful warrior. Here, stretch the right side. Exhale, forearm to thigh and sweep. Left arm long. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, root down. Inhale, back to your peaceful warrior. And exhale, sweep it through. Inhale, open through the heart center. Stay here. Exhale, we're going to sweep it forward, toes in to the side of your mat, the long edge of your mat. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, we'll turn your left toes out, lunge halfway or all the way down. We can lift the opposite toes up, turn out from both hips, pushing that left thigh back. Remember, you can always stay here as well, keeping your feet down, opening those hips that way. Another deep breath. Inhale, we can reach up if you like here. Exhale. Soften. Slowly coming back, making your way back to center, toes in, heels out. Breathe. Root down through both feet again as we inhale. We can bend the knees if you need to, come up. Strong core. Exhale, heels in, toes out. Slide the hands down the thighs. So moving towards goddess again. Sway side to side. And bring the thumbs forward if you like. Let's sink nice and low. Now I want you to imagine that big grin in your gut here again. So there's a nice lift, a nice smile there. Breathe. Hands to heart when you're ready. So locking it in nice and strong, stabilizing the hips, stabilizing the core, belly lifts. Breathe deep. If and when you feel ready, forefinger and thumb come together. Keep this open, long, outer thighs squeezing in, plugging in. Right forearm to thigh, stretch it over. Sorry, I'm not mirroring you anymore. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, just make sure you're going towards that front leg first, the leg that we started, that we came from. Inhale, that we came here from. Exhale for that front warrior leg. Inhale, exhale, back to that first side. Exhale. From here, inhale, lift up, exhale, find that smile, get a little lower, do a little dance, breathe. Ooh, from there, inhale, reach up, and exhale, turn the toes again to the front, towards that right leg, that front leg. Squeeze the hips in, pull them back, straight back. This is long. Reach long through the right side. Now lean back, no weight on your right hand. Pulling up through the kneecaps. No locking. Open your chest. Feel those side obliques right here. If you want more, we can do a little, find some movement. Up and down. Again, if you feel this in your lower back, don't do it. You can also put a little bit more weight if you need to, but lean back. Lean back and open up through the both sides. One more breath there. Exhale, we can bend that front knee. Walk or float forward. Hop, hop, hop. Root down to rise slowly, slowly. You can also keep your gaze down towards the floor as long as you need to, or slowly begin to move towards the side of the room and then upward. But stay rooted through standing leg. Press down to rise. Sparkle through fingertips and toes, sparkle through the heart center. Feel energy again as you inhale, coming up from the core of the earth. And then as you exhale, we send it back down. Bend into that left knee, find your foot. Remember, you can always bend your right leg, your standing leg, as much as you need. As you inhale, we're going to kick the foot into, tailbone down. Pull the foot towards your buttocks, stretching the quads. And then on your next breath, now kicking, strong legs, strong butt cheeks. And kick, 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 kick into the hand. So feeling your back bend is strong from your foundation, slowly from there. Step it back to deep lunge. Is that where we're going? Breathe. Yes. Slow, deep breaths. All right, from here, left hand to the center of your mat. Spin you can also do this first if you want. You can spin your left toes towards the ground, just kind of see where that goes. You could take your right foot back, just stack on top into your side plank, Vashisthasana, or try first 3 fingers, peace sign and thumb, wrap around your big toe, yogi toe lock. Now from here, as you start to roll towards the left edge of your foot, lift those toes up. So you can lift your right leg up. Remember, it doesn't have to straighten, but we want to stand on that left foot and your left hand and open the hips. One more breath. Even if the knee is bent here, even if that knee is bent, it's okay. From there, plank pose. Inhale. That's an awkward transition. Take one more breath. Press into the fingertips. Exhale, rest or lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, get forward so those elbows stack right above wrists. Lift the heart. Exhale, reverse the push-up. Downward facing dog or bear pose, or maybe you're still child's pose here, that's okay. Breathe. External rotation. Deep cleansing breaths into the back body. Long and smooth. External rotation through the shoulders. From here, slowly lower onto the knees. Take a nice deep inhale. Lift up as we exhale, child's pose, big toes come to touch. And stretch out. Again, you can bring the arms back behind you if you want. Relax your elbows and shoulders towards the earth. Deep cleansing breaths into back body. Filling and emptying. Slowly and completely. Good. Slowly from there, sitting back into the heels will roll up to your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, and let your arms and head be heavy. Head is the last thing to rise, keeping your eyes closed. Take a moment. Breathe and notice what you notice. All right, we'll go ahead and release the legs out from underneath us. And stretch out your legs in front of you. Wiggle, wiggle, shake it out. Let's bring the left leg long. Sorry, I'll mirror you again. So bring your right leg out to the side and your left knee in. Sitting onto both sits bones. Again, here is a nice place. If you tend to be rounding through your back like this, if that tends to happen and you're not quite able to get lifted all the way up, then sit on your folded blanket or your folded towel. Sometimes you may need more than one. But we want to get those hips up and the legs down, hips up, and lower back relaxed here. So we're gonna take a gentle stretch up and over. So left arm up as we inhale. You can slide down the leg or inside of the leg. Lengthen as we exhale, rolling the heart towards the sky here. Another deep breath. Doesn't matter how low you're going here. Focus on rolling the heart up. Exhale and stretching through side body. Another breath. Some of you might like to reach for the big toe if you're really side bendy. But again, you want to also approach that with strength. Exhale. From here, you can either fold forward as long as it's okay for your knee. Folding forward as we externally rotate that right leg. You want to keep it turned out. You can melt here. You can also put your fists or hands in formation to rest your neck and shoulders. You can rest your forehead onto something. Keep that external rotation of that inner thigh and that hip. Couple breaths here. And then from here, inhaling slowly to rise. Exhaling back to center. We'll go ahead and bring your right leg in and stretch the left leg out to the side. And again, same thing again, if you need to put your blankets or your towels there underneath you. Make sure you're even on both sides too. Root down through your sits bones. No weight or pressure on that knee. Lifting up through your right side, up and over towards the left. Rolling your heart towards the sky. So again, here you want to lean back just like you do in your triangle pose, Utthita Trikonasana. You want to be in line with your hips and your legs. So there's a leaning back sensation rather than a pulling forward. Rolling the heart up. So even if that means you don't go as low, that's perfectly fine. We don't want to compensate in a way that we don't want to compensate at all, as it can injure us. Another deep breath. Exhaling. Inhaling slowly up. Exhaling. Just take a moment. You can close the eyes. As you sit tall, exhale, walk it forward. Again, if there's no pressure on this knee, if there is, you can stretch that leg out. Couple breaths. You want to be careful of this happening where your leg turns in. Keep externally rotating that hip, both hips. Breathe. And then rooting down through the hips and the legs here. Lengthen tall. Let's go ahead and stretch out through both legs now. Again, if you need to, prop up onto your blankets right underneath your bottom, even and the same on both sides. Nice deep breath in here. We're just going to go forward, fold, pressing those hips back. So I'm actually pushing away from my hands and feeling that external rotation here. Breathing as you fold forward. Only going as far as feels comfortable while keeping that those hips turned out. Slow, deep breaths. Again, if you can rest your head onto something there, it's a nice way to relax your neck and shoulders. To release the weight of your head. Listening to the breath, listening to the body. Calming the body even more with each soothing, complete exhale. And as you move towards that slow and smooth, complete breath, you feel a wholeness and completeness in your own body, in yourself. And with your next slow, deep breath, keeping the eyes closed and gaze inward, just take a moment as we stack tall and observe. From here, we can fold the legs in towards each other. And let's kind of wiggle out the legs here, shake it out. Let's go ahead and find our hip stretch lying down on our back. So we're going to roll down on the outer hip. Roll down onto our back. So let's bring the feet, the ankles directly underneath the knees with the toes slightly angled in and heels slightly angled out. We're going to press down through both feet to raise the hips. Interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders all the way back.
So press into all parts of your feet here. And feel your breath rise and fall. Feel it balloon out as you inhale. Belly balloons out, and as you exhale, draws navel towards the spine, while keeping all parts of your feet connected, rooted to the earth. As you continue to be aware of that connection, that you can feel all 10 toes are rooted, your heels, your inner and outer edges of the feet. As everything connects, you can feel the engagement through your glutes, your hamstrings, your inner thighs, which again is your foundation for stability, for support, for strength of the rest of your body. Take another deep breath here. And as we exhale, go ahead and sit on top of your hands, keeping those shoulders rolled back if you can, massaging your fingers and your wrists, relaxing your legs for a moment. We're going to take that one more time as we press down through the feet, lift the hips. Let's bring your opposite forefinger and thumb on top. Re-roll the shoulders if you need. Reconnect to all parts of both feet. Can you press into all parts? And staying aware of that as you breathe deeply into your belly. It's very easy for us to naturally fall into a pattern or compensate for our bodies to go towards what's easiest or the path of least resistance. So again, stay aware of that connection through both feet. Stay aware of your breath. Feel the energy of in the legs, in the glutes. One more deep breath here. As we exhale, back onto our hands, see if we can keep the shoulders rolled back as we massage the fingers and wrists. And then release your hands here, release your shoulders. Wiggle it out. We can bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides for a moment. Just let those inner thighs and legs rest. Actually, from here, we'll keep this position to the other side, and we'll just bring the right knee to your chest. So we'll hug in and compress just on the right side. We're going to cross that right knee over to the left, stacking your right hip on top of the left hip. Open up through your right arm. Release the neck and the shoulder here as much as possible. And reposition if it feels good. Deep cleansing breaths again into the belly, heart space. And if it feels good, keeping the hips stacked, we're going to extend that right leg out. So again, you can hold your big toe, yogi toe lock, or the underneath the calves or something, whatever you can hang on to there. And pull your hips down away from your shoulders. So as you hold on to the foot or the ankle or the calves, press the hips away, and you'll feel this nice long stretch go up the outer leg and the outer thigh and hip, and the glutes. Couple breaths here. As we exhale, we're going to bend into your right knee. Let's go ahead and find hold on to your foot now. So flexing that ankle a lot. We're going to keep, again, the left leg is still in Baddha Konasana with that that diamond shape. And we're going to come into your reclined pigeon here. So foot towards your face or your chest, whatever feels appropriate for your knee. And again, we're pressing the hips down, externally rotating through both hips here. If that's too much on the left hip, which it can be, I can feel that it's kind of entering, overstretching there. You can stretch your left leg out. You can lengthen your left leg out and just focus primarily on this right hip, getting that stretch into the glutes on your right side. We can open this, hold onto the big toe or the outer edge of the foot, and draw the knee out and down towards the ground in your half happy baby. So opening here, and then come back through center, flex, keeping that foot flexed. Slowly push, hold on to the outer edge of your foot here or your heel. Slowly push the foot into the hand as you pull the hip back at the same time, gently stretching through the leg. Coming back into that twist with the stretch, and then bend into the knee, coming back into that reclined pigeon. Take one more breath here. If it feels good and you want to lift your heart and chest, as long as you don't have any tension on your neck or your shoulders, you can try bringing your foot up towards your head. Maybe even one day, or for some of you, maybe bringing the foot back behind the head in your sleeping yogi. It's a bit extreme, but we can still work the same muscles here by pressing the hips down, pulling the foot up, and then releasing down, stretch your right leg out. And then relax, close your eyes for a moment. Just notice what you notice. Any shifts or differences between the right and left side. Your breath, your nervous system. And gently from there, let's bring the feet, soles of the feet back together and Supta Baddha Konasana. And wiggle the hips a little bit, pull the flesh out. Your butt cheeks out from underneath, left knee into your chest, hug it in. Breathe here. And then cross it over to your right, left hip stacks on top of the left. So again, you can put your hand back there and feel the sacrum is congruent. Left arm opens, turning your gaze over the left shoulder, release the neck. Deep breaths. Cleansing and nourishing breaths here. Extend that left leg out here if and when you feel ready, holding the foot, the ankle, calves, the big toe, whatever works for you. And then pull the hips down away from the shoulders. Hips down away from the shoulders. Feel that long stretch through the outer leg. Another breath here. As we exhale, bend into that left knee. Again, we're going to flex that ankle a lot and draw the foot towards your head or your chest. Knee out to the side. Pressing the hips down away from you. And then if you feel, again, it's a little bit too much on this right hip, slowly stretch that right leg down. So the right hip is rooted. And we're pressing down through both hips and really externally rotating this left hip. You feel that stretch in your glutes on the left side. Again, we can open this up a little bit into half happy baby. So we're going to hold onto the foot or the big toe and draw the knee towards the ground and the ankle stacks above the knee. Yeah. So we feel that big external rotation on the left side. And then we slowly come back through center. Maybe we're holding the foot this time or the big toe or the calves, and slowly push the foot into the hand to stretch out the leg. But at the same time, we're pulling the hip down and back away from the foot. A nice big stretch there if you like to open and look over your opposite shoulder. It's a similar stretch to what we just did, just maybe deepening it a little more if it feels right. Listening to the breath. Slowly again, when you're ready, bend into that knee back through your pigeon, your reclined pigeon pose. Again, make sure you safely transition. Flex that ankle a lot. Maybe you want to lift your head up towards the foot and bring the foot back towards the head a little bit more, but keep those hips down. Push those hips down. Another deep breath here. Use your core. And exhale, releasing all the way down. Let that leg be like jello again. Release your whole body. Sigh through your mouth if it feels good, if it feels right. So allowing ourselves to release also through our vocal cords and that throat chakra. Feel the vibration in the throat. From here, we'll walk the feet back up onto the ground and slide your fingertips under your lower back. Wiggle the sits bones apart, away from each other. So pulling your butt cheeks out from underneath again. Wiggle, wiggle, release and massage your lower back onto those hands. And then from there, you can either stretch your legs out in Shavasana corpse pose. We can bring the arms down by your sides. Wiggle the shoulders if you need. You're also welcome to find a restorative inversion if you'd like to rest your legs up on a wall or on a chair or sofa. It can be a really nice way to really rest the heart and the mind, especially if we're having any, if the thoughts are really scattered or we're having trouble sleeping at night. It can be a really nice option to do any time of day. So allowing ourselves to get comfortable and settle into whatever position we choose. There's no wrong choice. Just follow your intuition and your body. Listen. Where does that intuition take you? Or maybe it's already brought you. And with each breath, with each exhale, allowing ourselves to soften and let go of the controls, let go of your practice, let go of any analyzing or result or judgment. Let go of any doing. Rinsing out completely with each exhale. As we come back to this stillness, slowly making our way back to our true nature, the natural state of being. And this magical energy from which we came. For everything we need, we already have. Access to healing, access to abundance, access to unconditional and infinite love. It's all within and all around. As we connect to all that is Mother Earth, Father Sky, universe. Childlike again, in the arms held by the universe, unconditionally and infinitely loved and supported, just as you are for yourself and for all that is around you. Just being. Turn off the mind without any judgment, just bringing your attention back to breath. And letting go of any holding. You can melt, let go just a little more. Take a couple of slow, deep breaths. And just lying here in stillness as long as you like. Still held as you gently awaken, perhaps fingertips and toes. Perhaps slowly bring the legs towards each other, stretching arms around behind you as you stretch your whole body. And melt again as you exhale. Relax your elbows and your shoulders down. And slowly walking the feet back up onto the ground. Maybe bringing the knees back towards your chest. Wrapping the arms perhaps around the legs, tucking the chin in. And feel the back of your neck all the way down through your tailbone. Feel the length of your spine root towards the earth. And rolling onto your right side into a fetal position, right arm as a pillow under your head. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Feel ourselves recalibrate to this symbolic rebirth. And carry that energy and what we learned with us as we press into the left palm to slowly rise. And keep the eyes closed and gaze inward as we find a nice, tall, and comfortable seat. And just observe what you feel as you breathe. Perhaps slightly sitting back, feel the chest and the heart open. And joining the hands together by the heart center and Anjali Mudra, our prayer as we lift the heart slightly up to the hands. Bowing the head in towards the heart. Deep cleansing and nourishing breaths. And sealing our practice and our intentions with gratitude. So join me with a round of Om. Raising our voices, our vibrations, and our energy with that of the universe. Inhaling slowly as you're ready. We'll empty slowly and completely out first. And receive your next breath. Bowing humbly to the light and the teacher that dwells within each and every one. Thank you for practicing. Namaste.